It is June, which makes it Pride Month, and I'm going to tell you a little bit of history about how Pride Month started, and I have a special treat for you at the end. We're wasting time. Hello hotties, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Mack, and I'm currently a 7th grade math teacher. You know what I'm going to ask you. I ask you this every time. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos from me. Do it now, please. So in this video, I decided to do my makeup like the book, The Bad Case of the Stripes, in order to show my support for the LGBT plus community. And in this video, I'm going to discuss the history of Pride Month, and I'm going to show you something a little special at the end, like I said in the intro. So since we've got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the video, and I'm ready when you are. This Pride movement in the United States is first documented in the 1920s, 1924 in Chicago to be exact. There was a German immigrant named Henry Gerber. He started the group called Society for Human Rights. He actually was inspired by another group in Germany that was called Scientific Humanitarian Committee. It was described as a homosexual emancipation group. Back to Henry Gerber. When he was in the United States, his group published newsletters called Friendship and Freedom, and this was the United States' first gay newsletter. But unfortunately for this group, they were forced to disband by police raids in 1925. However, 90 years later, the U.S. government declared Henry Gerber's house a historical landmark, which I think is pretty cool. I'm glad that he was honored that way. Now, there is a book that I suggest you read if you're interested in this topic, but I don't really want to get into too dark of the history because it gets dark. But there was a book published in 1972 titled The Men with the Pink Triangles. Now, you know the upside down pink triangle is a symbol for gay pride. In Germany, in the concentration camps, the way they labeled the gay men is they put an upside down pink triangle on them to shame them. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and read that book. And let's get on with more of the history. So in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, individuals from the LGBTQ plus community would get arrested on grounds of the 3-article rule. And you might be thinking, what is that? So apparently you had to wear 3 articles of gender appropriate clothing in order not to get arrested, which is sad because apparently this wasn't even a real rule. Oh, and I would like to add that all the information I just gave you can be found at history.com. The link is in the description if you'd like to read more. There's a lot of good information. And also, I want to mention that the next bit of information is going to come from loc.gov. That will be in the description below also if you would like to read it. So let's get into that information because this is where it gets good, so to speak. This is when the changes start happening. Back in the 1960s, there was this bar called the Stonewall Inn, and it apparently was the it place for the gay community. Unfortunately though, at this time, it was illegal to serve gay people alcohol. And actually, it was illegal to be gay, period. But more on that later. Let's talk about this not being able to serve alcohol to gay people. Also, the Stonewall Inn was ran by the mafia, and they did not purchase or do what they needed to do to get a liquor license. Now, this was a big problem because it left the Stonewall Inn open season for police raids, and raids they did. They were routine. So let me back up. These raids were not exclusive to this location. Apparently, this was a phenomenon going on across the United States. Now, let's move to the night, June 28, 1969, around 1:15 a.m. The police raided the place like normal. I'm going to read you a quote from the reference I just cited. The turning point came when the police had difficulty keeping a DYKE in a patrol car. 3 times she slid out and tried to walk away. The last time, a cop bodily heaved her in. The crowd shrieked, "Police brutality! Pigs!" A few coins sailed through the air, escalated to nickels and quarters, a bottle, another bottle, Pine says. Let's get inside, lock ourselves in, it's safer. So not only that quote, but also apparently they ended up turning a fire hose on the crowd. People were screaming FAGGOT, power. I don't want to get demonetized. And it seems like a lot of people were upset that the police were raiding this business. And to be honest, the mafia did not care that their place was getting raided because the profits were still good. The person in charge at the Stonewall Inn was an inspector named Seymour Pine. Inspector Pine gave the orders to detain all of the cross-dressers, since I guess they were the easiest to identify. Many of these people they were trying to detain escaped. Many got arrested, and this whole thing, this struggle went on till 4 a.m. Now, around 4 a.m., a lot of the crowds dispersed. But later on that day, there were thousands of protesters by the Stonewall Inn and the surrounding areas. These protests went on for about a week, and there was an incident of intense fighting that following Wednesday. I believe that would be July the 2nd, 1969. So, I told you all of that just to tell you that the Stonewall riots in 1969 is the reason for Pride Month. It's pretty cool. I mean, it must have been painful for that time and all that going on, but it created a place, it created a world, a nation that is a little bit safer for people of the LGBTQ plus community. Now, since this happened, they actually designated one day to be Pride Day, and this was the last day in June. This ended up catching on in cities across the nation, and then it became an entire month. People celebrated with parades, parties, concerts, and more. Also during the month of June, memorials are held for those that were killed from hate crimes and those that died of HIV and AIDS. Now, the first Pride March was June 28, 1970 in New York, and as they say, the rest was history. So here we are today, having a whole month, and I believe 3 different presidents, including Joe Biden, has declared June Pride Month. So there's the history. I hope you enjoyed it, and I encourage you to go check out my references because there's a lot more information and it was really fun to read. I spent a good bit researching, and yeah, so now it is time for that special surprise. Because I wanted to do something a little special for Pride Month instead of just giving you the history, I decided to create a music video for my favorite song at the time. It is called Help Me Now by Kevin McHale. You might recognize him from Glee. He was the talented actor in the wheelchair. So I am going to try to honor him because he is a gay man, and this song is basically a love letter to his partner. And I love this song and I wanted to make a music video, so let me. Okay, and it's Pride Month and I feel like this is the best time to do this video. And I'll probably get a copyright strike, but it'll be worth it. I hope, Kevin McHale, you'll probably never ever see this, but if you do, I want you to know I love your work. Anytime I'm sad, I watch this video and it puts me in a good mood like that. So I just wanted to honor you.
I got an insecure question. Do you still love me? Like all the time that you spend on your phone, are you thinking of me? You know I hate to ask, but I just can't help myself. I hate it even more than you do. Never know when I will be through, yeah. I got an insecure question. You sure you still love me? But even if you do, I won't believe you. I'll play out all these little games in my head. It might be the truth, I still won't believe you. I'll play back every little thing that you said. Help me now, I'm getting caught up in 10 feet of water, stirring at the bottom. Yeah, help me now. Sorry I brought up all the shit I thought of. Please love me tomorrow. Yeah, help me now. Help me now. Can you help me now? Help me now. insecure and defensive. Tell me what you're thinking. Ow! When you wanna spend some time by yourself, tell me, do you miss me? Yeah. And I don't need a pass, 'cause I know I'm acting wrong. I hate myself when the thought comes up. I know better, but not enough. Yeah, I've gotten into your question. Oh, can you help me now? I'm getting caught up in 10 feet of water, staring at the bottom. Yeah, help me now. Sorry I brought up all the shit I thought of. Please love me tomorrow. Yeah, help me now. Help me now. Can you help? Though you won't give me something. If you don't, then I won't. Though you won't give me something. If you don't, then I won't. Oh, help me now. I'm getting caught up in 10 feet of water, staring at the bottom. Yeah, help me now. Sorry I brought up all the shit I thought of. Please love me tomorrow. Yeah, help me now. Help me now. Can you help me now? Can it help me now? Can it help me now? Help me now. Can it help me now? Yeah.
All right, that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, informative, or even entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment below all the colors that you can. Colorful hearts, colorful this, color. I need color, color, color. And as always, you guys have the best day ever. Happy Pride Month to you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.